What if this was someone in your family that had a chronic illness that they could not get away from?
Millions of Americans live with a disease that has no cure.
I was diagnosed with a rare form of sarcoma. The most immediate findings indicated that I should lose my leg. It ended up taking 4 clinical trials in 25 years to get me to this point.
Cures are within reach if we invest in funding for life-saving medical research that's needed to find them.
Even if they're unsuccessful in my treatment, that they will have learned from my treatment that will be able to allow others to stand on my shoulders to be able to be helped.
Join the fight for cures. Tell your elected representatives to support American medical research. Visit unitedforcures.org/action to send a letter today. Paid for by United for Cures Action.
And we are live in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the, it's not that podcast, it's actually mine. Welcome back to another episode of Vanessa The Vivacious podcast. I have not recorded in quite a bit of time, but that's okay. And if you listen to previous episodes, you'll find a very similar beginning. But again, that is okay, because as we go on, as I record more podcasts for some other shows that are amazing, by the way, I will definitely pop in and make sure that I do my show as well, because I know that I have a lot of old episodes and I need to either clean them up or I need to get rid of them. But I honestly think that when you have old episodes that are absolute trash, the best thing to do is to keep them, because then they teach you and they serve as a teaching tool to go back and hear what it is that you missed. So that being said, I'm not going to get rid of my old episodes. I'm going to keep them, but I will possibly go and remaster and kind of like make sure that any kind of copyrighted material is covered with something else, because we need to make sure that we are completely legal and that when we choose to monetize, we can definitely do so. At this time, this show is not currently monetized. It is done out of the pureness and the joy of my heart, because I love talking to you and I hope that you love listening to me. So in the future, there will be guests, there will be call-ins, there will be all kinds of craziness and awesomeness. But today it's going to be a very brief show, because I want to make sure that there is sign of life and that you know that I'm still here. I am definitely still here, and I am definitely always going to be vivacious. So stay tuned for our next segment. Welcome back to the Vanessa The Vivacious podcast. I am your host, Vanessa The Vivacious, and it is quite nice to be able to just talk with you and you listen to me. It is so nice because often I have a particular agenda laid out in my brain, by the way. I don't tend to write things down too often. If I do, it's more so like a crib notes kind of thing, and maybe I might research someone that I'm going to interview, but I generally keep all of it in my brain because that's where I like it. That's where I know that it's kept. But just know that there is always a plan, and there's always a plan B, C, and D that's working and cooking in the old brain box, because I am very thorough, if anything. And even though I may appear disorganized on the exterior, I'm actually very well put together on the interior, but you can't see that. So that does present a problem for some. But for those who know me well and those who trust in me with a lot of very, very, very important things, they know that I will always put forth 200% 100%, if not more, at all times. I'm definitely one of those people that you could count on in a rainstorm or count on for something that you may need from the store, things like that. I'm definitely there for, and I'm all about helping people. So as of late, I have been recording and interviewing and interacting with people for other projects, and I have been enjoying every single minute of it. I love that I can come back and do my own show as well, because it is really nice to be able to just let loose and talk about whatever it is that comes to mind. When I hear that song that we just heard here in the transition, I am taken back in time to high school days, to youth days, to days when I was starting a band with a really good friend of mine who's no longer with us. Rest in peace, Miss Casanova. She was a force. She was a force to be reckoned with. And when we were young, I had no idea exactly how much of a force she was until she was no longer here. We did start a band in her later years after high school. I want to say later years, but it wasn't. It was like maybe a few years after. But she was the guitarist, of course, and she could play guitar, I think. And I always wanted to sing. When I was a kid, I used to give concerts to the grass in the backyard. So imagine that. Imagine this little girl, partially chubby, partially skinny, not really knowing what to do, but just singing her heart out to the cassette tape of Grammy's hits, right? Because if you remember cassette tapes, you also remember that there used to be a BMG maybe, or Sony or somebody released a compilation of Grammy award-winning hits. And I used to buy those cassette tapes and listen to them and sing them and deliver concerts that were totally sold out to the grass. All the grass blades were tiny little people, and that is what I remember most. Anytime I think about singing and how I love to do it when I get a chance, it is thoughts of the grass and how all of my concerts were always sold out because it was blades of grass. I mean, what are you going to do? Unless somebody mowed the lawn or stepped on all of the grass, which was less likely to happen back in the earlier days, then I was selling out full concerts and singing in the backyard with so much energy and life. And I did not care if the neighbors across the way heard, because, honey, I was going to sing. And so I did. My brother, who's also no longer here, he once tried to, I guess, get my family to maybe introduce me to some people that were in music. And he wanted to introduce me to some people that had like a recording studio kind of setup, but that never really quite happened. However, life turns out the way it does, you know? And unfortunately for me, having lost my brother, but then also having lost a really good friend who was a guitarist, and we were supposed to form a band together. In fact, we did form a band and we were acquiring other members. But something I remember that is deeply ingrained in my memory is our first song. So when she passed away, I went to her memorial service, which was at Dave & Buster's, and a lot of our high school friends were there. And I remember when I got to talk, I talked about our band that we created and how we had one song, and there really were not many lyrics for this song. I remember that maybe there was a guitar line or something, and it was, I want to say like the word yeah repeated a bunch of times. That was the lyrics. We didn't quite get far enough, but I do recall the word yeah being utilized so many times. And then I remember just being with her and understanding at that age that she was not someone to be jealous of. She was someone to admire, someone to rock out with, and someone to like really just be cool with. When I was in high school, she was best friends with my high school boyfriend at the time, and I was so jealous. I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it to this day, but I was so jealous because he was so nice to everyone, and he was everyone's favorite person, and he was like this prized person everywhere we went, whether it was band, whether it was classes, whether it was even out in public. He was always favored, and it bothered me, but that wasn't what bothered me most. What bothered me most was that every single girl wanted him or wanted to be near him. And if you were a girl in high school and every girl wanted to be by or near or on your boyfriend, you would be pretty upset too. And then life happened and he went his way and I went my way and things were separated for the better. But I was always jealous of this friendship that he had with this girl who would then later become a friend of mine. And looking back at it, I was so stupid to be jealous for any reason at all. Not because I'm anything, but because she was just a person. She was just a person connecting with another person. And that is literally all it was. And I wish that I could have seen that sooner, because I would have loved to not be a jealous teenager girl. And I would have loved to be more of her friend group, because I know that I would have been super supportive like I am with all of my friends. I'm that person that you call when you need lifting up or when you need to just vent. I'm your person. When you need something, like I said earlier, when you need something from the store or you need something, you need a ride, you need help, if I'm able to help you, then I will help you without any question, because doing good for others and helping to serve other people that are not, related to you or that you're not socially contracted to help, that is the most amazing thing you can do, I think. And being selfless and being kind to people, all creatures, it's just important, We need to go back to that kind of mindset. I know that there are a lot of things that are moving forward, a lot of changes that are happening. And then there's also a lot of older things, older mindsets that are coming back into play. Some of them not so good, but some of them are good. Some of those classic traditional values where it's good to be nice to anyone that is not yourself. And it's good to do things for strangers. It's good to be kind to others and have compassion and empathy and all of these wonderful descriptive words. But above all, do it because you want to, not because you feel that you have to, but because it comes from a place of love. Because if you do that, then other people will accept it and share that love with other people. So then, we kind of brighten up a little piece of our world, and that is amazing. So highly encourage you to do that. Back to the story. So the girl and I created this band in our early 20s, and our lyric was only, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 that kind of thing. And whatever her guitar riff was. And then we needed a drummer. I think we had a drummer, but this happened before she got sick, and then she got sick. And she had a rare blood disease or disorder, I believe. And, she was in the hospital a lot. She was not available. And it was heartbreaking for all of our friend group. If you've never lost somebody in your friend group before, if you have, then you understand what I'm talking about, especially when it's the first person of your close friend group to pass away. It's just so unbelievably hard, and it leaves like this huge, huge Grand Canyon sized hole in your heart and in the friend circle, and things are never quite the same, but you mourn your friend and you think of them often and you tell them that you love them. And for me, I honor all of my friends and family that have passed away on Dia de los Muertos, celebrating their life. And so I have that time to let them know, but I always let them know how much I love them and how much I appreciated them. So for my friend, I appreciate you, and I apologize for being a crazy, green-eyed, monster person when I was younger, and not understanding that all you were trying to do was connect with your best friend, who was my boyfriend at the time. So needless to say, it took me a long time to kind of grow out of that and to not be a jealous monkey head. And then it took me a while longer to not be so, what is the word I'm looking for? Not inconsiderate, but the word where you are more confident in yourself. So it took me a long time. It took me a long time to become this way, to be comfortable in any situation, regardless of what's going on, and to understand that there's more to me than what I think there is, and to trust in that, because knowing that I can do more, whether I've done it or not, whether I have like a record or some kind of reference to prove that I have done that, it doesn't matter, because if you think you can, and if you really are passionate about something, then you can do anything the hell you want. Okay. I'm proof of that. But what I will say is that I wasted a lot of time being sad and mad about things that I could not control. But once I figured it out that I was doing something that was not going to benefit me in any way, shape, or form, I was able to kind of recalculate and reassess. But it was another instance in my life that would later on prove to push me in the trajectory that I am now. And I won't go too into detail on that particular time, but what I will tell you is this. There was a time where I was a little clingy, and somebody that I was clinging to told me to go do something else or go cling to someone else, for lack of a better word. And I did. I went to school. I did not cling to someone else. Thank God that I didn't do that, because I'd still be in the same rut, I guess. But I went to school and I tried chasing my dreams, which I was able to achieve quite a bit, and still achieving, and not 100% done with this degree that I'm finishing, but that's just simply because I have so much professional work that I'm not able to attend class or finish certain projects. So I did let my professors know, and they said the most greatest words I've ever heard when it comes to production management. And my professor said, do not apologize to us for training you to do that of which you are doing. So what she meant is that do not apologize for working in the industry that we taught you to be part of. And that makes so much sense. I felt so better after she said that, because I was so tired of failing, not showing up on time because I was off on other work or location work, or not being able to commit to in-classroom discussions and showing up late. I hate that. I do not like that. Do not like to be late somewhere. And especially if you work in production, never be late somewhere. That is just like kiss of death. But I was tired of failing, and I had to choose. I had to choose between going to school full time or else chasing and hopping on this amazing ride that I've been on for almost a year now. And I would choose the same way every time, because every day I get to wake up and plan my day according to what's inspiring, what's going to shape the future of our fan base, if you want to call it that. I get to interview people from all walks of life and gather inspiration and deep dive into their backgrounds and learn about their history, almost as though you're reading a book and you're just discovering all these new chapters that weren't there before. So I get to interview people and share that with the world. I get to film interviews on the street and interview people in person. And I get to work with creators of all kinds and help guide them to create whatever it is that their heart is telling them to, but also to go over the information that's requested for them when they're filming. So it's just all of it is just remarkable and amazing. And I just enjoy all of it so much. So that being said, the song that was playing reminded me of my friend, and in turn, her passing and her life reminded me of other things. And so I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that I can record a show, even though it may be a minute, but I will definitely keep on it so that way you have lots of episodes to listen to, and then we can get on to interviewing more people in the future. So please definitely stay tuned, subscribe on whatever platform that you want. I will be here, and hopefully we will run into each other in public one day. If we do, be sure to say hi and give a hug. And while we're here online, be sure to follow, subscribe, find me on social. My all of my social is exactly the same. It's Vanessa the Vivacious, Vanessa, and then Vivacious is Vivacious, and it's a wonderful word. So if you don't use that word vivacious, be sure to do so, because it is a fabulous word. And anytime that you use it, people are instantly going to smile and say, ooh la la. So I highly recommend using that word and flexing those vocab skills, because you will definitely throw people off. But above all, be happy, be well, be safe, be good, and we will be back soon with a whole new episode of Vanessa the Vivacious podcast. And you know what? Let's do this, okay? To mark the special occasion of coming back, I know that I said in the future we're going to interview people and so forth, but you know what? This next episode that we record, we are going to interview a very special guest, and this is someone who has been a part of my life and helped be a catalyst for certain areas. So we will interview this mystery guest next time on the Vanessa the Vivacious show. And please be sure to listen and subscribe. Enjoy your night, enjoy your day, stay warm, stay well, be happy. But above all, don't forget to be vivacious.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're an HVAC technician and a call comes in, Grainger knows that you need a partner that helps you find the right product, fast and hassle-free. And you know that when the first problem of the day is a clanking blower motor, there's no need to break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product details, you're confident you'll soon have everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.